Alright, so stream should be underway, but alright, we're back for the first time since over a month. We're finally back here in the MotorBrick Racing Series for round 1 of the Nations Cup here in Italoring. Last time we've been here, of course, the last time we were here in the MotorBrick Racing Series, we were still branded as B3 TV by MRP, but this June will be rebranded to Turbotion officially. Starting this June, will be called Turbotion from now on, starting this June, as a way to unify every part of my road racing services and non-road racing related services outside of MRP. I'm David Sweetbro, as per usual. I'm here with Viandra.
So are we ready?
Yeah, I'll do the grid first.
Okay, let's start when we're ready.
Okay. So Italoring, a very fast, very high-speed circuit with lots of twisty corners. Yes, we're going to be using the long layout for round 1 in the Nations Cup. As we head down this fairly long back straight, as we head down to turn number 1, kind of reminiscent of Portugal, and a little bit of Belabunga. And then up to turn 2 is a fairly short run. So they head into yet another left-hander, very reminiscent of Istanbul. As they head down the back straightaway, there's a gravel trap breaker for some reason. As they head down to turn 4, it's a real test as they head down to mini Parabolica. It basically is Parabolica from Monza but backwards. And then they accelerate into this little kink. Not a little kink, there's no kink. There's this kink, and then you brake straight away for the right hander. Then back in the throttle into yet another little kink, and just smaller back straight away. And then head down to the chicane. You gotta be so careful when approaching this corner, otherwise you're gonna find yourself in a gravel trap. Okay. And then straight brakes into this little kink, and then approach it with a right hand up. Very open. So you gotta be aware of these trees outside the circuit. As you accelerate up towards the two left-handers. This is kind of more reminiscent of Valunga actually. Or reminiscent of Valunga actually. As let's try for a left-hander. And then let's accelerate up to turn 10 into this large Hockenheim-esque Parabolica, and then up to this actual hairpin, which is the final corner, turn 12. Not the final corner, there's about a couple more quarters to go. This first looks like Montreal, but it's not Montreal. And then you head up to turn 13, where you find yourself in the Abu Dhabi style pit entry. And to turn 14, and then you're greeted with two 2 short right-handers. I mean left-handers, sorry. So 14, turns 14 and 15. Then short run up to 16, and then you're greeted with this little kink as you hit down straight away. And that is your work of the mini Italoring. So before we start, we're gonna go straight to the grid. So we're about to head for round 1 of the Nations Cup. So on pole position is Portugal, Dr. Wilders. Dr. Wilders will be the Portuguese representative this season, and sometime championship contender in the racing in the BRS. Giovanni Ignotto representing Italy for the first time ever. The first time ever at home was set on the front row. In the second row then, Zane Flyer from Malaysia starts third. Kuwaiti Poconalo will start the Kuwaiti Brick in 4th position. In the third row then, Chase Alifan out of the United States start in 5th position. Oh no, actually no, he's racing for Sweden actually. So Sweden in 5th position, Monty Fox for Great Britain in 6th then, and then down to row 7 we find Poland, Bo Brahma in 7th. Oh wait, shit, I didn't realize I had it off, sorry. And then up in 8th position, Aiden Apple, the US representative in 8th. As we go further back to the grid, 9th position. Right, finds ourselves in row number 6. Arctic Danny for Germany starts in 9th position. I will have 2 drivers throughout the season. And then alongside them is the Netherlands in 10th position. Down to row number 7, XTN. Where was XTN? Stomach. I don't know where it is. Oh, the Philippines. So the Philippines will have its first driver, XTN, in 11th position. In 12th then is India, chunky president, championship contender in season 2. In 12th. In 13th then is Indonesia. We find Indonesia with Rasya von Verdebeek behind the wheel. Again, just like the Philippines and the Netherlands and the US, they will, and India as well, they will have 2 drivers throughout the season. In 14th then is Major Cat driving for Latvia, and then we find ourselves with some oddities. 15th then is Australia Cody Scott in 15th. In 16th then is Vietnam Tiger, the only Vietnamese driver in the series. Then in 17th then is Brazil. In 17th then is Brazil. Di Latte is the only Brazilian driver in the Nations Cup for Brazil. In 18th, Czech Republic will have Silver Ruby qualify in that brick. Now good position so far for Czech Republic. In 9th, and now the last row, it's Floyd Lord out of Serbia, out qualifying Puerto Rico. In 20th position, Diego Sanchez, aka Clutch XC, will occupy last position, as I didn't realize I had the thing on. But yeah, we are all set for our first ever race in the Nations Cup. I only just noticed now. Okay.
So, ready to start?
Yeah. I already explained.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, round
It's
one.
been a while.
Yep, it's been a while for everyone involved. Well, we are finally back after a one month hiatus. This time it is the Nations Cup, and so we're about to get ready for racing here in season number 1.
Yeah, I'm going to count from 3 to 1.
Alright.
3, 2, 1. And
we're
off we go.
And then we're off. As Dr. Phil's got a good start. Same fire, just get a good start. He's waiting, goes around the outside. I thought he initially got a couple of positions, so he's gonna lose it. I think, oh, it's already off. Sweden's off already. Chase fan has been pushed off by a couple of the bricks. The same fire already looks in the inside of Dr. Vilders for the lead of the race. It's a very rough start for Sweden. I got pushed off. As Dr. Vilders then pulls away from. Oh no, he's gone down. And we're also got Von Wilderbeek. It's up to second. He was in the middle of the field as he complete lap number 1 out of the 4 laps, which is actually not official. And Von Wilderbeek takes the lead. Nope. I was very close. Von Wilderbeek appeared to have taken the lead there for a brief moment, but it was in fact. But ultimately, it came down to lag once again. Phil Ward, the inside, here comes Indonesia, while the outside the inside Portugal is the head time to happen, and Indonesia is gonna get the position. So Poland then, Poland is gonna try to pass Portugal. Is gonna do it. Monty Fox. Oh, look at this. The UK and Australia on top of each other. Oh, huge lag. What's happened here? Oh my goodness me. Oh, Puerto Rico and Poland got punked off. A huge lag as Indonesia is back in the lead of the race, and Portugal had the lead there for a brief moment, but ultimately came to nothing. As the UK now, as Australia then has gone past the UK's roof. And here comes Malaysia and in the Philippines for position. The Philippines gonna go around the outside, but Monty Fox is gonna get the position. The Philippines is now up to 5th position. It's Zane farther than Malaysia. So staying behind the UK. Here comes the Netherlands, and India is tucked up behind the Netherlands. The US and Serbia are very close to each other as they occupy the last paying positions. Australia is just pulling away at this point. I mean, not pulling away, he's still in 3rd position, but still, Bowlers is trying to defend from Australia. Look at Zane Fire, Moasis is looking in the inside of Australia. It worked. I got a little bit of a bump. Exiting the corner, and Malaysia then leads from Australia. It's a little bit of a bump on the runoff. Australia very vicious down the inside, but ultimately came to nothing. As Indonesia forced a huge gap from Portugal and Malaysia. There's a little bit of contact. Here comes Australia around the outside. Well, we should be inside. And Australia gets 4th position back. And a 3rd back from Malaysia. And here comes India down the inside Malaysia. And India gets the advantage from Malaysia. Philippines still tucked up behind ahead Serbia. It's a tight battle for 5th position. So now up to lap number 5. At the lap 5, then here comes the Philippines and it's exchange 2 positions. Oh no, it's gonna be short lived as India gets a better run inside Chunky President. Then it's on the point. It's on charge to the podium now. hit Indonesia, Portugal. Looked to be close there for a second. Once they hit down to Hockenheim, Parabolica, they were nowhere near each other. So now up to lap numbers. We're now working on lap number 6. It should be. See far on the podium. The Philippines up there. Out there as Australia has gone down to 5th position. Wonder what's happening here. India tucked up behind the UK, and surprise, surprise, uptick Danny, out of Germany. He's in the paintment positions. He goes down into Brazil. Germany now up to was supposed to be a paintment 9th position. Because India has dropped down a couple of positions. And now XTN and Cody, they were trapped there, and Lang ultimately came with a cost. XTN drops down to 5th position. The promotes Germany up to top 5 as India bumps the Philippines into turn 2. That was a very awkward contact. Now uptick Danny and Cody. Battle for 4th position. They're pretty close to each other. But Australia gets the better exit from Germany as they head to Montreal hairpin. Australia just holding off the Danny. I was a little bit of a bump as Zafar almost flipped. I think when he didn't flip, but he's still the podium position. And Brazil drops on a couple of positions. What just happened to that day? He just dropped down tons of positions on the last lap. As Van Vetterbeek holds a huge advantage from Portugal. So Van Vetterbeek, if he gets his strategy right, he should be able to take a fairly easy victory for Indonesia for the inaugural race. And Australia gets second. It's a little contact. That's very close. And Australia is now up to the podium as Moise is now within within the range of Germany. UK, India, the Philippines and Serbia are close within each other. And here comes India inside. India leads from the UK, very ironic. And here comes Netherlands around the inside of both of them. And Roosevelt Russo takes both of their positions, and here comes the inside. It's a battle of Van Dyke, the battle for 4th position. And Chucky gets the position back as Zane Farr tries to hold Germany off that day. Oh my goodness, the UK hit on top of the Netherlands. It's happened the second time. My God, these bricks can be kind of funny. Sweet, that was almost went wrong. As I thought Monty Fox, I thought was going to be pushed off, while both of them were safe still. So Van Vetterbeek is still filling the gap. As here comes Australia then from Malaysia, and Malaysia's going to get a bit of light down the inside. Oops. And Malaysia's back in the podium position. And Australia's going to have to hold on for the next few laps. So here comes Optic. Oh, but that was pretty close. After turn 2. Sorry, just got the better exit, but Malaysia was just struggling the exit. So I kind of wonder if Australia could actually get into Malaysia eventually, as the Philippines drops down to 97th position. India and Germany within each other. The to be 56, and here comes uptick in the inside, also a little contact out of the penultimate corner, uptick out into, now up to 5th position, later on into an 8th, the UK 9th, and Serbia still holding up in that final points pink position. This contact, Monty Fox out pushed up, he's gonna put him down to 10th briefly. You see 3 passes past the Serbian brick. Loose one Rooster. Just all up in the back of Chunky President, but here comes Monty Fox. A huge dive bomb inside loose. As UK passes the Netherlands and India for 2 positions. But he can hold off both of them off, and here it comes. There's DK right inside the Philippines, but the Philippines got a better exit. It's heading lap number 13 and XT, and it's just holding off in the UK. Not quite. There's contact between each other. And here comes Optic Danny. And Optic Danny's just shrugging flying grip. His inaugural racer in the Nations Cup. But huge advantage from Chunky. Ultimately came to nothing. He drops down in a couple of seconds. Here comes Ignoto, who was on the front row, remember? He was out of the points pin position. He dropped down lots of spots, he's now in 10th position. Ahead of the Netherlands. He goes off round the runoff 10 minutes into round number 1. Indonesia's still not letting off. Huge advantage from Von Redebik. As Australia now has got several countries behind its mirrors, as Monty Fox gets in the inside of the Philippines, and the UK gets up to 4th position. So now the Philippines is just holding off and starting to hold off in 6th position. And same far is just holding off the UK and Germany for the podium. XTN just trying to find a better line. Monty got a very bad exit. That allows the Philippines to opens the door for the Philippines, and took the opportunity. XTN is now back in the top 5. Once Monty Fox dropped a second from the Philippines. Here comes Octa Dan in the back of India. This is for 7th position to look further down the grid. At least the running order. Italy is back out of points again, as Date was in the back of Italy for a 11th position here. Close Giovanni Nota around the outside of board and turns in the inside, and in the podium is on the points again, as Kuwait is still holding on for dear life in 9th position, dropped in the back of a Chunky President. Germany's still holding off India. It's got a very bad exit. That's gonna cost them a position from India, as the Netherlands is dropping out of the points. Latvia is in the top 15, and then comes the inside and lost the second. My goodness, that's a huge ambitious. He lost another position. That's a little too ambitious for Newsman Rooster, as Vietnam is now up to the top 15. And all of a sudden, the Netherlands has been knocked out of the top 15. No, not still in the top 15. There's a lot of contact between Vietnam and the Netherlands, and this is for 14th position. It's very close. And Italy is now back in the points as Italo battles Germany for 8th position. And don't avoid deserving entry in the back of Italy. Here, and Serbia gets the opportunity. And being knocked down the points again. Oh, it's very close. I should block the way out of the points being position. Yep, up to 10th position. India still holding for the 8th. Up to Delhi. Just holding on for dear life. In 17th position, I keep saying holding on for dear life, that's not accurate. He's in the clear from India, at least for now. So here comes the UK, and the inside of Australia is going to go down. Monty's going to get a huge side run from Cody Scott. And around the inside of the Philippines, 2 for 1. Okay, but for XTN, for Monty Fox in the UK entry. Monty is now up to top 5. That's very close. And now Zane Flyer is very close. Now up to the 2nd position for Doctor, ahead of Portugal now. And Great Britain is trying to hold off at the Philippines and Australia, as the pit window will be set to open, and a huge advantage from Indonesia. And boys are the 2 rivals in Southeast Asia. Jockeying for the win inaugural race here in the inaugural season of the MPRS Nations Cup. So now Portugal is the highest European-based country. Portugal up in 3rd position as Monty Fox. Let's look at the back of the Philippines. Here comes Cody Scott, but he's gonna get him. He's gonna go on the defensive. Australia won't have a chance until now. And Australia knocks the Philippines down to 2nd position. Australia now up to 5th. This is gonna be fun. As Monty Fox. It's got bumped out by Australia. And all of a sudden, the UK is now down to 6th position. The Philippines has been promoted back to 5th. As a train of bricks. So there's a rear flip as Brazil the curb almost flipping brick. And out of the points is Germany and Brazil, as Great Britain still down to 16. But here comes Australia, Indian son of Portugal, but ultimately just came short. Portugal's now up to third. Right the outside, Viewers just didn't get the exit they wanted, and Australia, and promotes Australia up to 3rd position. So Zane Flyer leads the Australian entry and the Portuguese entry. The Philippines now close behind Portugal as they head down the final sector. It's a little bump right on the rubber strip, but Australia otherwise holds off Portugal for now. So now we're gonna start seeing pit stop an active pit window right now. I say head past, well past halfway point, and that this is how the pit lane is. It's basically Abu Dhabi, but in reverse, kind of in reverse. So Russia von Redbeek being first in the pits. Look at the train of cars. This is going straight as Rainfire beats Australia. Pit stops and improve an undercut for Italy and Germany, even though that wasn't intended. So right now it looks like it's Italy from Germany. It's about botched because of the overcut. So 20 minutes into our first ever race here in the Nations Cup. There's a little bit of content in the entry. Germany bumped Italy into the wall. That's not supposed to happen as they head out of the pits, and Puerto Rico as the last car pit in, down in 17th position of the runoff. So Malaysia leads from Australia. Here comes Portugal right down the inside of the hairpin, and Australia is in pass once again, this time by Portugal. And Italy is still in the fray, and so is Germany. In the back of Poconado now. Full boy took present side by side for position. That is for 9th. As Germany keeps behind Kuwait. Let me do that. It didn't go right. It was volume 1. Right. Poconado. And the Kuwaiti entry holds off Germany. As Germany forms a huge, it's a pretty small train, not a huge train, but a small train behind them. As here comes Chunky Preston down the inside and off take Danny for position. Kuwait. This is two positions making three as Phil Lord. As Serbia knocks Kuwait to 10th position. Portugal is not down to 10th. As Serbia is now up to 7th. It's a huge jump from Phil Lord. We started all the way back in the grid, and from the back of the grid, here comes Chunky Crescent, the Indian entry. Oh, you got a bad exit, and I'm gonna go 3 wides. Perhaps Kuwait down the inside. Kuwait is gonna get the position.
Look at the gap Russia making. It's a long way from the Malaysia.
So far, it's just catching hold of Portugal as Australia's. Because Australia is just losing a little bit of time for Portugal. That's not what you wanted. Because there's a train starting to form up behind them. As we get to sector 2. And UK is closing in Australia, but it's gonna fall short. Down the inside.
Look at.
And Great Britain is gonna get revenge from Australia for 4th position. And of Australia over the rumble strip. And Monty Fox back in the fray. Portugal repasses Malaysia for 5th position. He got on the runoff. It's gonna put him down back to 5th. And Australia is suddenly in the podium, and contention for the podium again. That's gonna hurt so much drivers. Because the runoff barely has any grip. And here comes Malaysia down the inside of Portugal. He repasses Dr. Wilders for the position. As we head down to down to 9 laps. Have 9 laps to go. My goodness. As Serbia, oh my goodness me, Serbia got a huge jump. He's now Philip Lord is now up to 5th position. And a big jump, a big sudden jump from Serbia to go from the back of the field in the start of the race. Now up to 5th position is Alice contact on the way out, way into the Hockenheim Parabolka. Dr. Vil is now out of the podium. I'm gonna put the UK in the podium, but Dr. Vil is still been on the podium for so long, has suddenly been knocked out by the UK and Serbia. The UK now up to 7th position, so he accidentally clicked up. But here comes the UK out in the on the inside of Malaysia. St. Fran's gonna get a better line. Martin had a red line there for a brief moment, but there was contact within each other. So it's gonna put Indonesia, give Indonesia a much bigger advantage. Here comes as the UK passes Malaysia for real this time for 2nd position with 8 laps to go. St. Fires, who has been in the 2nd position, is not down to 3rd, and UK is now being promoted to the podium. And Portugal is now officially out of the podium as Brazil passes its colonizer for 6th position. Huge disadvantage from Dr. Wilders, my god. As Brazil goes inside the Philippines for position. And that is for 6th. Portugal is going to go down to 7th as soon as possible. But here comes Monty Fox. Once insane fire battling for position once again. Monty's gonna get a better line around the outside from Malaysia. I think there's a better line out of turn 3 and to turn 4. It was side by side between the UK and Malaysia, but it's ultimate the UK coming out on top. But no, it's Malaysia getting the line to repass DK to the 2nd straight time, the 2nd consecutive time. What's the same fire for real, taking 2nd from DK. You try to pull down the inside from Brazil, and Brazil is not up to 5th position, it's still in 5th, just holding off. And huge disadvantage from India as Australia and India go down several positions. I don't know what happened, but Russia Bondredovik otherwise is a huge advantage from the rest of the field. So a waiting start for Indonesia in the Indonesian's Cup. The UK repasses Malaysia for 2nd position. Serbia in the back of Malaysia has a little bit of contact on the rumble strip. Now here comes XT, and Brazil is down to 6th position. Now it can fight with versus Kuwait and Germany, and Portugal is now down to 10th. Vietnam is in a points position. I don't know where that came from. Actually, no, it's Italy with the points position. I thought it was Vietnam. Just read it wrong. Because so many things are going on, and now Indonesia is approaching a pole win. When I was in 18th position, so I'm gonna try to hold one good week off. And UK pulls away from Malaysia. Look at the back. Oh, Philippines is very close and it goes wide down to 32, and Serbia is now back up to 4th position. Moise trying to hold off Serbia. Here comes the Philippines right on the inside of Serbia. And the Philippines holds up Serbia for now. It's a little bit contact, and War retakes the position. It's a little, it's a contact. There's some contact. Lord. Oh my goodness, the white actually brought XTM. My goodness me. And the Philippines Sun lost 3 positions in the space of 1 sector. Brazil now in the top 5 from Phil Lord and Germany. Here comes Germany around the inside. Phil Lord trying to hold up to Danny. But up this full shot as Phil Lord retakes 5th position. And no, 6th position. That's 5th and 6th respectively. The Philippines is now down to 7. Here comes Germany right the inside. And XT, it's huge. It's gonna hold Serbia off. Oh my goodness. And Lord almost flips. And the retake is ahead of weight, despite the fact that he's flipped the brick. And it's back into 4 wheels. And Volkanov goes very wide at the exit of turn 2. And Germany forms a huge train behind him. So Brazil holds the rest of the train off, and here comes Dante right on the inside of the Helcon, probably down the hairpin and down the much hairpin. Brazil now is up to 4th, now back up to 4th, and look at Portugal. Now back up to 5th from he got pushed off. And Dr. Vilvers has been pushed off. He was right behind Brazil and then he got pushed off. That is huge for Dr. Vilvers as he goes down several tons of positions. Oh my word, has actually huge disaster from Portugal. Russia is still very clear from Poland in the back marking Poland, but still not up to 3rd. Same far the Moisen and Trent in 4th position then, and Germany dropped out 2 positions. As we look at Germany now. Look at the battle for the points winning positions. 9 and 10 here, and Vietnam, and looking inside Italy. It's contact between each other, and Vietnam's gonna get the position from Italy. It's now up to Danny, the German entrant, looking for some more opportunities. As War tried to go down the Ricardo, but the came to no avail as the Philippines in path for Serbia for real in 5th position. It's gonna go wide. There's gonna be very little grip. Bit cold up, and here comes the Philippines passing Serbia for 5th, and nope, that didn't work as Serbia holds up the top 5. Holds the top 5, and Brazil still now gaining from Zinfire. It's bad exit. It's lost a couple of tenths there. So 35 minutes in race number 1, and round 1 again. So now Monty Fox is trying to reel in the back of Indonesia, but that might be going to take a while. And Italy holds India off. So we get to the second section now. Tiger looks inside of India. Vietnam is very close, but India holds Vietnam off. Italy now in the punching position. Chunky gets a very exit, and Italy is being repassed by India for 10th position, and Germany tries to hold Kuwait off. This was a couple of positions, and 12th board was just trying to hold them off. But here comes the Philippines up to 4th position. It's gonna, he hit the bomb. Zane fired on. He's gonna try to get in line to pass him, and yep, that worked. Lord has repassed the Philippines. Here comes Ford, and a huge run from Serbia, promoting the third, and it's now reeling behind Brazil. It's a bump. He had a bump, and they were on the roof for a brief moment, and Boyce is back in the podium. Brazil got delayed by the lag, and Moise is back in the podium. So Brazil, the Philippines, Serbia, and Kuwait are still in the form of a train of bricks. Still batting. Oh, here comes Brazil. A huge run from Brazil as they head down to Montreal Hairpin. The Philippines losing back of Boyce, and now it's getting to get better of his disadvantage. There's that. Oh my goodness, the swag, and oh my goodness me. And Brazil's now back on the podium. The Philippines all of a sudden in Q4's contact the first two corners, and Boyce is gonna get the position again from the Philippines. But the Philippines is ruining the back of Boyce, and now this is fun. Monty Fox is starting to gain a little bit from Van der Beek. So Indonesia might be struggling after being done so long. One wonder is if Great Britain might eventually catch Indonesia. As Zane Fares goes back on the podium as Brazil losing the back of Zane Fares now. Down the hairpin. It goes off right on the surface curb, and DK is your new race leader. And Van der Beek, who's been dominant for the entire race, got pushed off. Yes, that literally happened. The long-time race leader has been pushed off, and one more pit stop should seal the deal for Great Britain. As this will be a huge amount of disappointment from the Indonesian fans out there. But it's in relief for the Moy and Brazilian fans, as we got a battle for second position still. Indonesia's down to 17th. Huge drop from Van der Beek. My god, that bomb definitely costed him so much. As drivers will need to pit for one last time, so it starts to reel in the back of the Polish brick. That tastes really close to safe fire. He goes up to turn 2. Whoa, loose grip. And down to turn 2, and Brazil leads from Malaysia. And Monty's gonna pull a huge advantage as we get a final set of pit stops. And in goes Robert UK now in the pits. The rest of the bricks now should dive into the pits. Lots of bricks within the ton of bricks within each other. Let's see, yeah. Within the 40-minute range now. And Germany's not up to second. What happened? That's the field because they. Well, that's because they were doing the undercut. And now on the last lap, and Optic then needs to, and Germany and Italy need to pit now, and they do go straight to the pits. XTM passes Moise for second position. Oh, it's a huge surprise. Oh, and a bump from Chunky President.
Right, last lap.
It's the final lap. Monty Fox, who was not in contention for the victory, all of a sudden he's been given the chance to win the first the inaugural round of the Nations Cup in the MBRS. And the Philippines is now up to second. As we head down to Montreal Hairpin for the final time. Remember, this guy was not in contention the whole race until it unraveled for Indonesia as he takes the checkered flag. It's not Indonesia, but rather the UK taking the victory here at Italoring for the inaugural round of the Nations Cup. And the Philippines just holds off Germany. It's just gonna hold off Germany for second position. It's quite a weird race, honestly. So that should be it. Monty Fox from the UK from the Philippines, Germany. Boys of that nation rather was on the podium for the whole time. I mean, not the podium, by Germany. Serbia 5th. Italy that was in the points for the second half of the race 6th. Brazil in the hands of Date 7th. Turkey first holds on for 8th position. Poconaldo for Kuwait. The last point position belongs to Vietnam. And Cody Scott, that was in contention for a podium, is out of the points. Unfortunately, it's not out of the points officially. Magical Cat, nowhere near in contention for point 12. Puerto Rico started from the back of the field, finishes 13th. The Czech Republic was also nowhere near in contention for point and 14th. The Netherlands, that was in the top 10 of the first half of the race, ultimately finished 15th. Huge disappointment from the Netherlands. 1610 is Portugal. 1610 Portugal. That was in the contention for a podium for a very long time. Got knocked out, finishing 16th. Long-time race leaders, Indonesia. Remember, Indonesia had a huge advantage at one point, and then out of nowhere he hit a bump that put him into a huge disadvantage. So Russia, Bonbedevic will have to settle for 17th position. Obama 18th for Poland, Aiden Apple for the United States 19th, and Sweden rounds out the final position. Well, that was a weird and unusual start to the new season of the Nations Cup. That's Great Britain.
Yep.
Instead of Indonesia takes the victory in Italoring ahead of the Philippines and Germany. Oh, that's it for round 1. if you want to catch up on more races here in the MotorBrick Racing series, make sure to subscribe to Tradition. And of course, you'll have 2 more races settled for the Nations Cup this week for the remainder of this week.